Hello, my friend.
Hello. Sorry, I'd help if I turn on my microphone. That really helps.
Well, I'm not sure I had my video on there at first either, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah. So, looking behind you there, Ed, it looks a bit cloudy and overcast. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, we had a small, I guess, storm to go through. It wasn't really much of anything, just a common little thunderstorm. It come and went pretty quick. Gray sky back this way, still sort of gray, but
You know
no
what,
rain at the time.
Ed? That looks like a very calm campsite and a very calm Jamboree site. It's not going to be like that in 24 hours' time.
Oh no, oh no! The American contingents are coming in now as we speak. They started last night at midnight, and they're supposed to all be in sometime today. As a matter of fact, they have some kind of pep rally that goes on over in Charlie Camp. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they have something going on over here. This is the chat and chew that you see in front of me.
I've heard a lot about the chat and chew where a lot of trading is going on, and one of our reporters, Michael Orr, is there all the time trying to trade badges and T-shirts and neckers and scout scarves and yeah, most of the IST is hanging out in there. I hear.
Well, this it's a great place. There are some issues with the IST being able to really, hang out anywhere. If you're over on the Alpha or the Beta campsite, you don't really have any transportation over here unless you walk.
Hmm.
Now, it's interesting that I am housed on the Alpha Beta side, Alpha Beta side, yeah. And but they come get me and they take me back. So I can't complain too awful much about that personally.
That's just called royalty right there for people that you know in the inner circles there, Ed.
Well, I don't know about being in the inner circle, but they absolutely transport me. I guess because I'm a team lead for such a.
I like
I won't.
this. I like this little water feature that's going on outside the tent.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. There's a gas log fireplace thing inside that, and I guess
Here goes
they'll
the
fire that
traders.
up here in a little while.
There's all the traders.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on. I just walking through here, and I think you'll see a lot of other things going on. A lot of bartering for necklaces, and of course the ever popular necker.
There's plenty.
Uniforms, even uniforms.
There's plenty going on now, Ed. If you want to swap around your camera there, I'll just talk to you briefly for a moment. I heard that Michael BP is with his wife and the Australian contingent.
Okay, let me step over here so I can hear you. Say
Okay.
again now.
I heard that Michael BP is with the Australian contingent with his wife.
Yeah, he is supposed to be here. That is absolutely true.
Hmm.
While I have not seen him personally, he is here. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure you'll be able to catch up with him at some stage, um, because I know that one of our Australian reporters met Michael BP at the baseball game only 2 days ago when they were in Washington D.C. So I'm sure you will try and catch up with. The grandson to the founder of Scouting as well at some stage. I'm sure. Have you met Michael BP before?
I've not, but I did have the opportunity at our 2013 National Jamboree to interview Jill Clay, which is Lord Baden-Powell's granddaughter.
Hmm.
And that's actually still on YouTube. If you were to go and search Ed Evans on YouTube, that would come up, that
You
interview.
weren't you weren't as grey at that stage, were you, Ed?
Oh, thanks a lot, buddy.
So have you bumped into David yet on campsite?
Let me walk away. There's a vehicle coming by here. Now, say again.
Have you bumped into David yet?
Not yet. We have sent a couple of texts to each other, and hopefully we'll be able to run up on each other real quick.
So
I want to show you
yeah,
something, if
do
I could.
yeah,
Okay, so
absolutely.
I'm over in the IST experience site,
Hmm.
and you'll notice that up on the all the activities, there are these signs that will tell you what's going on. There's one over here at the meet and greet. But notice the design of it says IST Experience, and there's a bear paw, the bear in the middle of it, and it says World Scout Jamboree
Yeah.
2019 underneath it. My daughter did that design.
Oh, that is so cool.
I am so proud of her, man. I can't begin to tell you.
But wait, I'm just shocked that there's an actual cinema at the Jamboree. Like, why would you be going to the cinema at a Jamboree?
Well, the past jamborees, my friend, have been sort of work, eat, and sleep, which is not a good model for
Yeah.
our IST. We want them to have the opportunity to enjoy the jamboree. So the deal is that the IST experience provides them with an opportunity to have some kind of other activities. So we have all kind of things. We have the chat and chew. We have the dance tent. We have a media tent. We have a meet and greet tent. They have the Rainbow Cafe. I could just go on and on and on. All that falls under our lead, our staff, as well as all the off-site tours that I'm in charge of.
Now, if we were to put a step counter on you, Ed, in the past 24, 48 hours, how many steps do you think you have done, buddy?
How about this? Let's just say a whole bunch.
It's
Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough. I guess there's times that you just can't wait for a bus to come along.
Well, yeah, it's good to get off your feet every now and then. I'm, as I say, a little bit fortunate that I have the a driver. I'll say it that way.
Oh yes, of course. See, this is what I'm talking about. Royalty at the Jamboree, Ed.
Royalty. I'm far from that, my friend. But I'm just like the rest of these fellas and ladies you see walking by here that are on their feet. Except in the morning, I do have a driver that takes me to and from, and they'll take me tonight back to the facility which I stay, which is very nice. The only way I can equate it is to say it's like a hotel.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, I have to ask Ed that there's a lot going on at the moment with the Apollo 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing.
Absolutely.
I hear that they're going to try and contact the space station in the next day or two. Is that correct?
You are correct. I forget the call sign for the ham radio station. I think it's like NA1 something something. I'm not exactly sure of that. But yes, they do. They have scheduled a contact with the Jamboree. That's something that you have to do in advance with NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and they do that. Now, back in I think it was 20. I see 19. No, 2001 Jamboree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 2001 Jamboree. QBSA Radio. We broadcast that contact, and that was pretty neat. I got to be there for that, and I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I do see that KBSA, your amateur radio station, they've been live on Facebook inside their tent for the past 5 or 6 hours. There's people coming in and out and waving at the camera and saying hello and stuff like that. But KBSA, I'm sure that as soon as they try and make contact with the International Space Station, they will be doing a live stream as well.
Yeah, I have no doubt that they'll do that. They take a great deal of pride in what they do, and I think we'll see a lot of that. A lot of the activities here, they broadcast, and they they got cameras going on 24 hours a day. If you look up some webcams here at the Jamboree, I'm sure you'll find them.
So any strange things that you have seen at the Jamboree so far from the IST?
Nothing strange so far. The only thing that I saw strange was that one picture you sent me from the the archery area.
Now, is that true? Is that false? We will let you find out along the way.
I have not seen anybody from shooting sports yet. I think they're housed in a different area from the Echo campsite here. I just don't know, my friend. But when I find out, you're the first to know.
We will be the first to know on Scouting Radio as well. There's an IST party tonight, I hear.
That's it. That's it. Let me turn my camera around here. Across the way there, I don't know how well you can see that,
Big
but
stage.
yeah, they got a decent. Well, it's not huge. It's pretty good size though, and they were testing the microphones earlier today, um, getting ready for that. So yeah, that's today.
Now I
Should be
do see a
a lot of
big
fun.
mast to the right of that picture, and I have to say the internet connectivity. I know you gave us internet connectivity at the last National Scout Jamboree, but it's will this withstand 45,000 scouts? Do you think?
My understanding is that they have made upgrades in the arena area, which, by the way, is absolutely beautiful. I need to get over there and do some video for you, but it is absolutely beautiful. All of the signs they have up around the fencing is just covered with banners, and it is beautiful. So they tell me that they have upgraded that arena area and that the Wi-Fi connectivity should be able to allow every person there, if they want to stream that back to wherever or use it on Facebook Live, whatever, it should be able to handle it. That's what I'm told now, but you can't hold me to it.
Well, we will see on the opening ceremony day just how strong things will withstand. No clues yet about who's appearing at the opening ceremony.
Boy, I tell you, that's really eating at you, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
I don't have the answer, my friend. I would tell it. I can't keep a secret.
I
I have
know.
the world's worst, so
Well,
I'd probably say, "Gosh, let me call Justin right quick."
well, I've heard, some of our listeners have been commenting and saying it has to be Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls being the Scout ambassador to the world now with the World Organization of Scout Movement, he has to make an appearance at some stage.
I would think so. That seems to me like a no brainer that he would be here. Um, but again, there's going to be some music. We know that for sure. The people that produce the Boy Scout BSA Jamboree shows, uh, he is a big part of this. So you
Okay,
can expect a major band. You can expect major guests. You got to know the King of Sweden is going to be on stage.
of
He's
course.
he's the biggest Boy Scout in America. Bear Grylls certainly. You'd think so.
Yeah,
I too want to know who the bands are. Of course, you remember last Jamboree we had Imagine Dragons, Maroon Five.
they're super
Uh,
bands, super
yeah, it was
lineup.
an incredible time.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see, just like everybody else. I don't have the answer to the question.
Now,
Uh,
have you bumped into your son Brandon yet, or he just be
no,
arriving on site now?
Brandon is not here.
Okay.
I wish he was. He had college orientation yesterday,
Oh,
so
okay.
he's not able to be here with me, and I certainly miss him. My wife too. I've been gone. I must be a terrible dad and a terrible husband because I have been teaching at Marshall University for 2 weeks, and then I came home the very day I came home that night. We left for a weekend camporee with Brandon. I came home on Sunday. My wife had to leave for 2 days to Charleston, just me and Brandon home. So I don't know how my wife puts up with me. She may not be putting up with me. She may divorce me when I go home in half a month.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We'll
yeah,
give you live reports back, Ed, as soon as we hear about the papers being filed.
well, we certainly hope that won't happen. I love her with all my heart, and I have been away from her, but our whole life is been around scouting. She knows that. She's an incredible scouter's wife. I'll say it that way.
Oh well, do you know what? Some of the Irish contingent as well, Ed. You'll find that a lot of those leaders have been working years on end to get the Irish contingent over to this jamboree, and it's going to be big. I'm seeing photos from across the states now, not just Washington and New York, but across the states where contingents are flying into and spending a couple of days before making their way to the summit. It's going to be fantastic seeing all those buses arrive now in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm excited. They'll start rolling in the all the American contingents should be in and probably mostly set up by now. When I go back over to my quarters, I'm sure I will run into some of those. My assistant team lead,
Hmm.
his son is coming from California, and he should be just down below my quarters. So he's going to go with me tonight, and we're going to see if we can, say hello. And then I'm looking forward to seeing the contingent from my area. I originally, Justin, I was supposed to be a second assistant scoutmaster
Of course.
for our area,
Hmm.
and then when Scott Sorrells, who's North American chair, called and said, "Ed, I need you for this job." I
We've
felt
talked to
bad
Scott
about backing
before.
out of the
Scott's a
tree.
great guy. Scott's
Yeah, just a wonderful fella. It's hard to tell him no, and
Now, just going back to the chew and chat area, is that all free food for all the RST members?
no, they have
No.
to buy that, and to be honest with you, it's regular or rather expensive.
Okay.
We were over there the other day, and I bought a um, just a simple bottle of Diet Pepsi,
Hmm.
and it was $3.50.
Right. So
So
it
so we
is.
took our van and we went out to Walmart and we bought a ton of pop, and we have a refrigerator in our tent there. And for $1 on the honor system, you can buy the same thing for $1 in our tent.
Okay. So, well, that works too. No, I just thought like keeping the staff fed. I thought there would be areas where they were, or do they hand out food to the IST members and go off and cook yourself?
That's a great question. The answer to that is no.
Okay.
Everybody, as far as the IST goes, and I'll say it that way, as far as the IST goes, they will eat in the dining halls.
Okay.
Now, of course, the units, yes, they do go to they call them the grocery stores.
Okay.
So they do go to the grocery stores and they don't purchase, they acquire the food that they've been allocated to them, and then they um,
I'm
bring it
sure
back and cook it.
in the distance there on the left hand side of your screen, I thought you had an Irish flag at the bottom of one of those tents.
How about that?
Yeah, green, white, and orange. There we go.
It's either that or somebody's over there celebrating St. Patrick's Day, huh?
Yeah. That
That's a
could,
good eye, buddy.
that's some of the Irish in the IST that must have made their way across. Of course, are these all donated ex-army tents, Keith or Ed?
No, sir. Every one of these tents is brand new,
Wow.
bought especially for the Jamboree. Now you'll notice you've got these large tents here. These are 4-man tents,
Hmm.
and then over here you can see the blue ones.
Hmm.
Those are tents left from the um, National Jamboree from 2017 from the Boy Scouts of America. While they were setting all these tents up, the big ones here you see here, a terrible storm came through and just took out a bunch of them.
Wow.
In the
Okay.
background here, you'll see some green ones. Those are the ones they lost. These are new ones that you see are the grayish ones.
Beautiful tent, and I guess somehow or other people remember like I'm the fifth tent from the front.
Well, every tent
Has a
has a
number.
number on it.
Ah, very good.
So
Very.
you know if you're in section 12, or I'm sorry, if you're in section E 103 and you're tent 12, there you go.
But the fact that every tent looks the same can be a bit daunting at night. I would imagine.
Oh yeah, when the units come in at night, you can bet that they have. There's your Irish flag.
And I
When
seen
the
a
units
Brazilian one on
come
the
in
other
at
side.
night, they have a real problem.
Brazil at the other side. It really is an international neighborhood.
Oh, question, no question. You'll see that, and in addition to, the different countries, you may have a female tent right beside your male tent. So, yeah, there's a little of that.
Now I see a scout leader there with a towel. Have they proper shower facilities? I know we talked about this after the national jamboree where your shower facilities were cold. Have you found the warm showers?
Okay, now right in the background there, you can see the shower facilities. Can you see on top of one there?
Oh,
You see the
big
silver things right there on
solar
top?
power.
Those are solar heaters for the IST. Now that's only for the IST. You see another one over here. You see, a couple there in the background.
So are you
But
telling me every youth member is having a cold shower?
well, we like to say they are. What is that word they use?
Fresh.
No, they have a word. It might come to me. It might not. But
Baltic.
it's cold is what I would call it. I would call it absolutely freezing.
Now, that shower block is quite big. How many cubicles would you have in the shower blocks?
I think on the I guess this is not reversed on the camera. I don't know.
No.
But on the left side here, there are 5 latrines.
Okay.
And then on the right side, there are 4 shower stalls.
So it could end up with quite a queue in the mornings and the evenings for the shower.
Well, yeah, maybe you get those that will go in the morning to shower and those in the evening to shower. But for the most part, the line is short. You see one of the connections here for the wireless. They're all on the bathhouses.
Interesting location to have the towers, but say no more. It does seem like the grass is quite scorched at the moment there, Ed. So what temperatures are we hoping to come up to? There's an English tent as well. What temperatures are we hitting at the moment?
Oh, it's very, very pleasant right now. I would say that it's in the low 80s.
Okay.
Earlier this morning is much warmer than the storm. Well, the small shower came through, and it must be an American tent. They've got little lights there, solar lights.
Well, that's one way of identifying a tent. And I like the fact that some have added to their tent and made extra shelters.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun just as I'm doing here, just walking through. And I'm sure the contingent tents will be just as decorated, Do
you know what?
I like this one. It's got his name on it.
I like it. That's one way of finding a tent. One thing that I have to say is unfortunate that you do miss at these jamborees, Ed, is the camp gateways. You do miss the big camp gateways from pioneering.
Yes, absolutely. There's a good shot of the solar panels. You're exactly right. I used to love at one of our national jamborees just walking down through the different areas where the troops were camped, and it was amazing to see how incredible these signs were. Some of them were as big as billboards that you might see on the side of the road, and they would be completely decorated.
It was complete competition between different states and different areas across America. It would be beautiful to see what every contingent could come up with if they had the logistics to do so.
Absolutely. I like this setup here. They're going big old tarp between a couple of tents, covers the whole walkway.
Very
got their
nice.
own little veranda here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. How we doing? Hello. We're streaming live on scoutingradio.com to Ireland.
Hello. Where are you guys all from?
Where's everybody from?
We're from Lebanon.
Lebanon. Brazil.
Very good.
Oh, this is the Brazilian Avenue. Okay.
That's
also Brazil. Brazil.
Yeah.
Very good. Brazil. All right. So Justin, the majority of them are from Brazil.
We are from Lebanon.
Okay, I said majority, not everybody.
Ask them, is it warm enough for them?
Anytime and dance with some Latino dance.
Yeah, we're dancing like every night.
All right.
There we go, Ed.
Yeah.
Latino dancing at the IST party later on.
Okay, Justin wants to ask you guys a question. Go ahead, Justin.
Are you going to be doing some Latino dancing at the IST party?
Yes, of
Heck
course.
yeah, you can trust
For
us.
sure. Of course.
Okay, super. So, you guys have a great jamboree, and I'll try to get back.
Going to learn them dabke.
Left
You know
kids.
dabke?
No, show me.
We cannot show you that.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
No, you can't talk. If you can't play the game, don't talk like you can.
IST part.
And
IST part.
All right, IST.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Ed, you got to get some recordings of these guys doing some dancing later on.
Absolutely. Great kids, huh?
Yeah. So Brazil Avenue and the Lebanon. Wow, what flavor of international activities going on? And just think, some of the flights that some of these leaders and contingents have had trying to get to the Jamboree.
Oh yeah, they've had to raise a lot of money. A lot of them come from countries that simply they don't have it, and they do the best they can. There's a Mexican flag in the background flying in a little breeze, a nice little breeze, by the way, no humidity whatsoever. They have to raise a lot of money, and getting here is difficult on many contingents. You know that.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Ed, I'm going to let you get back. What time? How many hours away are you from partying down at the IST party later on?
Well, let's see. It is now. What time is it? It can't be that early. 4:51. That can't be right. Is that the time on the phone here? I don't know. It should be very soon. My understanding, it was at 6:30 our time here. So maybe an hour and a half.
And I see that more of those vehicles. Have you got the keys now to one of those vehicles, Ed?
You know what? I've taken the training. You have to take the little training, which is a video that takes an hour and a half to watch it. And once you do that, you go into your areas. Most areas, we have 5 of them to us. And only certain staff members, leads and assistants, can check one out. So where that one is parking in the back there, and maybe this one too, that is my area. So yeah, we'll have a big party here in a little bit, and maybe a piece of cake.
The one thing I must ask you before you go, Ed, is I know there's areas where you can take bicycles and you can go cycling around the Jamboree. Is that only to a set area that you're allowed to go cycling?
Yes, you're not allowed to hello. You're not allowed to ride bicycles around the Jamboree, and that's because as you can see, everything is gravel roads.
Of course.
But they do have the mountain biking area. They also have what they call high gear and low gear, and high gear and low gear is trail biking, and that's one of the most popular areas. I think they have over 800 bicycles that they use on the trail.
Wow. Well,
it'll be nice.
I tell you what, Ed, I'm looking forward to seeing down by the lakeshore and also the Global Village as well. Once all the scouts arrive on the campsite, it seems that everyone's just chilling out and getting ready to party later on until they've been given tasks to do. Like, this is the calm before the storm, I think, Ed.
Yeah, they're coming, and you can see the clouds on the horizon, so to speak, if we use that metaphor. So yeah, it won't be long, but it's going to be a great time. This is my staff, and
hello, staff.
We're live on scoutingradio.com doing a webcast. So everybody say hi.
Hi.
Justin is the man there, and he's in Ireland right now. So this is Robin. Robin is a retired tour guide from the UK. This is June. He's from California, actually I keep saying he's from Oregon, and he's from way of Japan. This is Marcus. Marcus is from Hong Kong. This is Philip. Philip is from Sweden.
Yeah.
And this is Wei. Wei is from Taiwan.
Oh, very cool.
I got it all right today. Normally I screw it up. And this is a big time. Oh, and this is Karen. Karen is Robin's wife. Isn't that cool? They have a husband and wife here at the Jamboree.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You just have to talk your wife into coming the next time.
Absolutely. Okay, my friend, it's been fun.
It has been fun, Ed. I'm looking forward to seeing some clips from the opening ceremony. But until then, take it easy and enjoy the partying, and do get some video of some Latino dancers later on.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
So long from the Jamboree. Bye-bye.